The bigger question tonight is, why do some employers seem to turn a blind eye to this sort of behavior?
A business ethics professor, Dr. Wendy Patrick, joins us tonight to talk about what's happening in some companies, and obviously getting hit in the head with a basketball. This isn't something that happens every day, everywhere, but a lot of employees are bullied in the workplace.
Yes, you know, gosh, every time we watch that video, it's just as surprising as the first time we've seen it, absolutely. And in fact, you mentioned bullying. That's one of the things that a lot of employers and certainly a lot of sports coaches are now talking about is, you know, what is the role of a coach in a young athlete's life? He's a role model. A role model, an encourager, somebody that brings out the best in the team, brings out the best in the players. What we're seeing now, I mean, the Twitter feeds are crackling with parents describing what they would do if their child played for a coach like that. But one of the things it's also doing, both in an employment setting and even in a sports setting, is asking about how do you detect that this is going on behind the scenes? I mean, were the students on that team, did they complain about the conduct? If it went on for 2 years to that level that we keep seeing on the video, maybe not. And what kind of red flags should we be looking for that might signify, you know, that whether it's in an employment context or in this kind of a coaching context, this is going on and nobody's saying anything about it. Maybe they want to just tough it out. You know, on the other side, you hear some athletes saying, well, gosh, those students should have been able to take it. But the psychological and physical damage that this can cause is something that tells us they shouldn't have to take it.
What makes someone feel like they're invincible, that they can get away with this to start with?
Yeah, we ask ourselves that question a lot, don't we? Every time somebody gets caught having been engaging in certain conduct, sometimes in this case, you know, for years. One of the message that it sends, that it went on for so long, is that it's going to be tolerated. Especially maybe if they're winning games. And, you know, you hear a lot of people saying that, well, gosh, the pressure to succeed in certain types of organizations, you would think that would motivate really good behavior instead of unexcusable behavior. Is it the pressure? Is it tempers flaring? Is it a personality disorder? What motivates it? What motivates it continuing, as I think a lot of people are saying now, is that nothing was done about it for that level of time. Assuming somebody knew about it. Well, we know that we knew about it late November, but obviously those sanctions weren't enough. We always know that.
And the physical violence, really, that was going on for a long time is easy to see, but it seems that maybe what precipitated the report was the homophobic slurs that happened to be recorded on this particular tape in the end.
And that is one of the things that is comparing this incident to some of the other incidents of bullying, sadly, that happened at the same school. But all across the nation, people are now wondering, you know, my son or daughter really doesn't look forward to going to practice as much as she used to. I wonder why. And of course, somebody that really is honored to be a part of a team, you can imagine all the motivation they have not to say anything. And then just to try to, you know, suck it up, try to, you know, really put it in perspective when you really can't. I mean, the damage that's have been done to players across the nation, whether or not they admit it, we don't want to take that risk.
All right, some good information for us tonight. Dr. Wendy Patrick, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.